I always do research, like, because I've been doing this wind turbine project, and I'll just watch YouTube videos.
Yeah, explain that for us.
Yeah, okay. So basically, my idea behind it was like people have done it before, but the horizontal wind turbines you see, they sort of make sense for areas that are like out of the cities and really high wind areas, and you'd know like they're so expensive to make and maintain, and they're really high up. So like where it's really windy, they're set up. But like basically, if something goes wrong with them, because it's so expensive to maintain, like it doesn't make sense for poor countries to make them. Like they don't have the funding or anything like that. So like because they need to be angled for the wind direction, there's like all these other electronics that make them need to pivot and like analyze where the wind's coming from. So like the vertical wind turbines, for example, like this is my access to my phone, it's spinning like that instead of like that. Okay. So any wind direction will make this turbine spin. Yeah, and then it's so simple, the mechanism of like electricity generation. Like all these people in India and like Thailand and poor countries and stuff, they're using like car alternators as the generator.
Wow. Damn.
So like recycling alternators from cars, and then just a belt from the spinning axis of this turbine, and then you can easily just convert the AC to DC power.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is something you're working on at the moment.
Yeah,
in terms of like.
I kind of have to only do it on a bit of a surface level because I've only got 5 or 6 weeks left. But like something I definitely would want to pursue.
Yeah.
The problem is like I'm not an engineer.
Okay.
So I kind of have to teach all that stuff to myself, and like I'm not going to be as good as the engineers. So I kind of have to focus more on like, say, the manufacturing methods of the turbine to make it like cost effective, or like designing something that people in poor countries could make. Yeah, like I was thinking of making like ship sail sort of material.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you feel that that's something you want to try and take overseas to these poorer countries?
Yeah, for sure. Like it feels a lot of these uni projects, like you get to the end and then you just like forget about it.
Which is crazy, because some ideas that people think of are insane. Like there should be some incentive to take that further, I reckon, from universities. Obviously there's so much money involved. There should be some like a level of like, okay, this is a great idea, we'll back you to keep going with it, or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. Like there is sometimes like my friend who's doing like he just did like a bee project because you know like bee populations are dwindling. He did like a sort of thing where I probably won't describe it for him because I don't know it too well, but like apparently like in Australia it's really hard to get honey and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think the bees pollinate the tree. I don't know how it works. I know you just have to drive a lot between different areas to get them pollinating, whereas in other countries it's quite easy. So they're driving a lot, and they're like, I think he's made some sort of system that can like detect when they're making honey. Or
Wow. Whoa.
yeah.
Wait, so
you got a grant for that.
Are you saying?
Wait, so like I might sound stupid, but are you saying like you need to move the bees?
Yeah, you need to move the bees.
Like you actually need to like transport the bees yourself, like most people. Whoa, that's so strange. Yeah, and like I guess it depends what areas you're in, but
Yeah, it would.
yeah.
And how difficult was it for him to get that grant?
I actually haven't asked him that, but it seems like because he has like a farming background, so I knew what he was doing, and it probably wouldn't have been too hard. He had good research backing it, and because he was saying someone on his farm who like lives there, I think they're driving to like Western Victoria every week from New South Wales. So like,
Wow.
Whoa.
Long hours of driving. Holy shit.
yeah.
That's not so that there has to be a better way.
Yeah.
What kind of made you aware of the problem? And then, because I feel like everything you kind of do is you're trying to solve these large problems in life. What makes you aware of the problem? Because so many of us are just unaware of it.
I was like, do you guys remember seeing all the news articles of like Pakistan and the blackouts and stuff, kind of like a couple months ago?
Loosely,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like it was more recent? There was something in Pakistan.
there's floods.
Flood stuff.
Yeah, floods in Pakistan and Iran and stuff. Yeah, I just remember seeing that in the news, and it sort of, my dad and I were talking about it, and it's like stuck one day. Like, they don't have enough power to supplement their usage. And like, it's so windy there. Like the Middle East, the average wind speed was like 15 k's an hour, so which is good for these kind of turbines.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, like, why can't they just like decentralize themselves from the grid? There's nothing stopping them, and it's cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
so funny. Isn't it crazy how people can think of ideas like this and you're like, how has that never been done?
Yeah, like
just-
it's weird.
It's probably been you would probably think this every time you work on this and put thought to it. You're like, how has no one ever done this before?
Yeah, like people have done them for sure, but I've never seen one before.
That's what I'm saying. So where it's like,
Has everyone gotten to the same point and been like, oh, this can't be done, or
That's what I was
it's going to
gonna
be
say.
too hard? Or have people just had the idea but never carried it out?
Yeah, like, I've seen a lot of these projects for vertical axis wind turbines, and then they were like they won't get funding, or they'll just die. They'll stop posting on Instagram. Like makes you
That's-
like kind of.
that's weird. Yeah, that is no, but like why? You know what I mean? Like why would they not? And if you're saying there's been a few, why do they not get backed? If you're saying it's clear that you can prove that this is going to work, like it's cost effective, it's efficient, it's like the ability to construct it is going to be okay.
I think they're trying to do too much, probably,
Okay.
and like
Oh, it's too advanced. Like you're saying, it can just be literally as simple as, like it can be more simple.
yeah, like something is better than nothing. Like you can make like a little, like a hand crank. Have you seen those things where you like crank and it creates power?
Yeah, like a light or something.
Like you just need to take that and basically convert a turbine going onto it, and that can like charge someone's phone or turn a light on. So that's like as basic as it needs to be.
Yeah. There was a documentary, or a movie, sorry, called The Boy Who Harnessed Wind.
Yeah, you're telling me about that. I still haven't watched it.
Dude, it's a great film. I forget which country it was, somewhere in Africa. And basically there was like a massive drought, and they have a water well, but they didn't have a pump or anything to bring water up. And in the movie, like the son is really smart, makes this wind turbine, which powers a water pump, which brings them water. But I looked up the actual story, and what it was they had no electricity, and he made like the wind turbine to power electricity for his house and like surrounding houses. And it's such a simple thing. Like they were just using scrapyard supplies that they had around, like really dodgy things. But as you said, it doesn't need to be that. Like
It doesn't need to be flashy or
it can just
as long as it works.
So what stage of that like design are you in at the moment? Like along the journey of, say there's the inception of the idea and then it actually like being carried out and there, like where are you along that timeline?
So like I've made like 2 prototypes, and I've got like the turbine creating electricity, but
sick.
great. Like it's very basic for now. Like I think I need to get the electronics working perfectly, because like if you don't have properly functioning like electronics, then all the tests you do later are almost like inaccurate. But then I feel like I've been too focused on just the electronics, and then my dad's like, you got 4 or 5 weeks left, and you're not focusing on the turbine element too. Like, and you get to a point where that's done, and be like, oh shit, I got 1 week to.
Yeah, you do that.
So I think I need to do it both.
Yeah, okay. And then what would the process be? So you submit it, it works out well. Like, do you approach someone to try and get money, or?
I think I would keep working on it with my own money for a bit, and then post it all over social media and just see how people respond to it first, and then if it seems like it's something that's viable. Because what could be cool is like I might be going to India for 3 weeks for uni. Like if I could somehow just bring one of these with me.
And just pitch it. Like you just never know. 3 weeks is so long. That's like 20 days. Like that would be awesome. Because you have so much
And
opportunity.
if you're going with uni as well, that's probably the best people to be going with to bring something like that to fruition.
Yeah, and in terms of connections like that they will have when you're actually there.
I don't know if I'm going yet. I'll probably find out in a few days.
Yeah.
Because I only choose a few people. But
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
yeah.
Is it and would you want to partner with an engineer sooner rather than later?
Yeah, definitely.
Like
I still don't know if I like wanted to
actually,
pursue, but I definitely want to get to work. Like at least for myself. Yeah.